Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing Eller's instantaneous trend line indicator.
But before we do, if you have not watched my first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that right now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team, and as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down in the description below. You can also find a link to our Discord server, so that way we can all discuss testing indicators and building our trading system. And lastly, you can find a link below to TradingView. If you sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money using the link below.
Alright, as I said, today we will be testing Eller's instantaneous trend line indicator. But before we do, wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 107 indicators. And out of those 107 indicators, 40 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 40 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right. As I said, today's indicator is Eller's instantaneous trend line indicator. It is a relatively simple setup. It's basically just a two-line cross indicator. Now, one thing I am going to do is, not sure if everybody's aware of the ability to do this or not, but sometimes when there's an indicator that is on chart like this, it gets really jumbled up with the price action. And so what you can do is you can right click on one of the lines of the indicator, and you can go to move to, and you can move to new pane below. All right, there we go. So now we've separated out the indicator, the lines of the indicator, and we have placed them below the chart in their own little box. Now, another thing that I am not too fond of, and I spoke about this in the last video that I did, was the way that the creator of this indicator, this is a TradingView member created indicator, and so I mean, I guess when I say that, so let me clarify just a little bit. The indicator itself was created by John Ehlers, right? And so it's not necessarily that the TradingView member created this specific indicator. And so there are some instances where the TradingView member actually created an indicator. In this case, basically the TradingView member coded out the indicator that was created by John Ehlers. And so wanted to be a little bit more clear on that, so that way if anybody had questions about that. So yes, back to it. It is a TradingView member created indicator, and when the member, the TradingView member, created this indicator, what they have done is they have coded it to where when it is throwing a green signal, an uptrend signal, all the candles are green. When it is throwing a downtrend or a short signal, all the candles are red. And so, as I explained in my last video, I'm not too fond of that. I like to be able to see the traditional price action and colors of candles in their traditional form, basically. So one thing that I will often do is I will go in and turn off bar colors on these type of indicators. Now, this totally just my opinion of how I do things. You know, if you feel like having the bar colors serves as an advantage to you, then by all means, you know, keep them on. It's 100% up to you. I often will go in and I will change the colors of the indicator as well. If they have a green and red, I often find that they use a very muted red and green, and so I will also go in and bump up or change the specific green and red that's using to match the green and red of the candles as well. Again, that's just all my personal preference on how I set things up. I am going to go in and bump up the line weight of the indicator itself, so that way it's a little bit more clear for everyone to see. And yeah, with all that being said there, this is the setup of the indicator. It's a two-line cross. When the instantaneous trend line crosses below the black line here, that is when it crosses down, that's a signal to go short. When it crosses up, that's a signal to go long. And pretty simple setup. That's how we will be testing it today. So let's get on with the testing process and see what we can get out of the instantaneous trend line indicator. Alright, there is the first signal right there, and you can see that it did give us a winning signal. So far so good. We will keep moving on here. See what else we can get. See, because we have dropped this indicator down below and not on chart, it does act a little bit strange. It's hard to kind of zoom in on it right, and it will sometimes go off screen and just do some odd things. And so keep that in mind when you are messing around with taking indicators off chart and moving them down below, and so on. So, all right, on with it here. Price action. I know that some of you said that price action, like me calling out price action and stuff like that, wasn't your favorite thing that I've been doing lately. And then it kind of dawned on me that actually the reason why I started doing it was to, just create a dialogue while we were testing indicators. That's the reason why I originally, the first time, did it, was because, sometimes as the indicator is going on and it's not really giving any signal, just sitting here with nothing else to say. And so, I'll use filler like, oh, there it is. It's, it's making its move. It's moving along. We're getting to the end of the year. We're getting to the halfway point of the year. Just filler information. So that way it's not just empty space with me not saying anything. Some of you have also said that you want to see the entire testing process and you don't want me to clip out parts. So I started doing that in some of my videos where I would clip out, I would test a few, I would, have a few signals. I would go for an extended period of time to about the halfway marker without saying anything. Then I'd pick up about the halfway marker, give a little bit of commentary, and then go for the rest of the year. And then I would clip out all that in between, and we would basically just pick up at the end of the year with all the signals in place. And so some of the viewers out there have said, hey, even if it's a long video, I want to see you testing the entire thing. I don't want to see you, I don't want it jumping around and cutting pieces out of it and so on. And so I started doing that, and then I realized in doing that, there are moments where, again, extended periods of time go by and there's not really much happening and not much for me to say. And so in my mind, I'm watching the price action and, just, trying to hone in my skills and, kind of stay fresh on, reading price action and watching things and just keeping an eye on price action in general. And so that's where the price action, kind of dialogue started to come into play. And so, you know, when those of you said that you weren't that fond of the price action dialogue in the videos, and I should keep it to maybe, every couple, every, fifth video or once a week or something like that. I understand that, but at the same time, I got to have some kind of dialogue to keep with people. And so, that's again where, I find myself kind of reading the price action is in these instances where we don't have an indicator that's giving me a signal every 3 candles like some of them do. Then I just, kind of fall back into the price action reading and the price action dialogue. So, you know, I like to keep everyone happy, but at the same time, I got to walk that thin line where, it's kind of my channel to do as I want with it, and I'm definitely not going to make everybody happy 100% of the time, and so I got to do what I think is best to keep people's attention and to keep a narrative going while we are doing these videos. So. All right, with all that being said, let's move on with the testing here. And the reason why I said that was because I was getting ready to start, giving some price action type dialogue with this indicator because it's not really giving that many signals. And so, all right, we're playing along here, moving. Let's run off screen there. Let's narrow this down a little bit. See that it really goes for extended periods of time. I can already tell that this one might be a decent exit indicator. I mean, once it really confirmed this trend right here, it really just ran a ways with this. I mean, that would have been a great move to stay in that whole time. Even though we get a lot of fake outs here, not once did we get, stopped out of this trade had we been in it using this as an exit indicator. So we'll keep that in mind for sure. All right, price action has made a lot of push up here. It's kind of topped up here at this area. You can see that it's losing some steam. Indicator hasn't given us a short yet. There's not really, I mean, again, you could kind of call this a double top, but not really a strong double top. But it is starting to roll over here and making its way down. So I would expect to possibly see short signal from the indicator here. And there it goes. We picked up that short signal. Let's see. Took place on that candle right there. And 140, yes. So we did pick up a win on that one. Like I said, price action rolled over, started to pull its way back down. It's kind of bouncing along this area right here. Again, I mean, that was a super strong move right there. Gave away a decent amount of profit in that return move there. But all in all, that really stuck with it for a long period of time. Alright, price action is pushing down, down, down. It's bouncing along these different zones. It's had a strong push down into that area right about here. And so it'll be interesting to see if it breaks clean through that and then comes down and starts to retest kind of in this zone or possibly this zone. Let's see what happens. It may just bounce in this area and start to take back off to the upside, but looks like that we might start to get a little bit more of a downtrend. We'll see. Alright, there we go. So it attempted to really make that move down. Did pick up right about in this area here before it bounced back up, broke right up above that. And you can see here our indicator is starting to give us a signal that cross is taking place and an uptrend is starting to form. And so let's see what happens here. And there you have it. We got the cross of our indicator there. And sure enough, an uptrend started to form. And it was a winning uptrend. And so I like this one. I like this indicator in that it seems to be getting us in at decent spots as well. Okay, price action came back down, bounced in this area here. You can see again, I mean, there's you know, some definite support taking place there. It gave us, our indicator gave us a short signal right here, but you know, to be real honest with you, I think this might be a fake out. It looks very very familiar in fake out style move that this short probably is not going to continue down. I think it might have a strong pullback up here, but then again, who knows? Let's see what happens. And there we go. So that's why we put more emphasis on the indicators than we do reading price action. Now the question is, did it stop us out? It did not. And we got another winning trade. And so when you find a really good indicator, I mean, you can take it with a lot of confidence that when it gives a signal, it's going to most likely be a really good signal. And there you have it. That is a prime example right there of a really good signal. It's riding this thing out for a long time there. It's coming down here and you can see that our lines are getting closer together. We're bouncing off this area right here. It's had a strong push down right into this zone here. And so big large engulfing candle right there, made a double bottom. I would suspect that we are going to start seeing an uptrend form now. And there it is. And we got another winning trade. And we're plugging along here. Price action really is not sure what it wants to do in this area. It's just kind of pinballing around. There, it finally bottomed itself out there. Let's see. Unfortunately, this one got us as our first losing trade. Right there. Came down, it hit this area and just shot right up out of there. Blowing through all these lines. I would suspect that as it nears this top line, because it's made such a strong move up here without a lot of pullback, that we will most likely see it start to have a little bit of a reaction right there in that area. And yes, it did. And unfortunately, we took another losing trade right there. It's come down. It's now giving us a short signal right here. Entry of that one right into this area where it made a strong bounce last time. But I mean, it's looking like it might blow right through that area. The way it's bounced, came up, bounced, came up, and you know, the thing is, the more times it bounces off of that area isn't necessarily confirmation that it's going to bounce again. It's often testing. So 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests, and then it tends to just blow right through areas like that after it's tested it multiple times. I mean, you can think of it as pressure pushing against that area, pushing, 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 and then finally once it breaks, it takes off and runs right through. Let's see here. So we got a short right there. Nope, we picked up another loss on that one. And it's just hammering us right here. Let's see. What was our stop? 210. Yep. Unfortunately, it caught us again. Yeah, that is a shame. It is just destroying us right here in this area. Just bouncing right along in this channel. Alright, let's see. So it comes down, gives us a short right there. Here. Alright, we're able to squeeze out a win on that one. Right there. Gave us a long right there and immediately turned around and stopped us out. for a short right there before shooting, right? It was a short there. Yep. Then it came up and threw a long signal at us right there. That one we were able to pull a win out on. Hold on, let me double check that. Let's see, we had the short there, and it gave us a long here, but it actually gave us a short there, flipped on us, giving us a short right there. So we would have lost that one also. Now it finally came up, broke out of that area. Giving us a winning trade. And we are almost to the end of the year. There it is right there. Man, that's a shame. I was really doing a decent job until it hit that this choppy zone right here, and it just unraveled. It fell to pieces at that point. All right, let's add them up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 winning trades, and so unfortunately that's not going to make it into the 60% range that we need it to be in. Yeah, it's a shame. Like I said, it seemed like it was doing really well, and then it just kind of fell apart from there. So yeah, not much we can do about it. I mean, it seems just a little slow, and that's where this problem comes in right here. I mean, slow as in like 1 or 2 candles a little bit quicker, and a lot of these losses we would have been able to avoid right here, and that would have gotten us into a profitable zone, but unfortunately it wasn't able to do that. So it's going to go on the no list for now, and we will move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out, so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView, and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you